Jacqueline, and today we will be talking about how we need to stop bullying. First, we're going to talk about what is bullying causing among our children today, why we should stop any kind of bullying, and how can we stop this behavior. First of all, let's discuss what is bullying doing among our children today. Bullying is keeping our children from performing correctly in school today. Also, they start suffering from depression, anxiety, health issues, significant decrease in their academic achievement, and in some cases, it might even lead to some of these kids to try to commit suicide. Some of them don't succeed, and some of them do succeed and take away their lives. 19% of these students decide to drop out of high school because of bullying. About 100,000 students stay at home from school each day from fear of being the next victim of this bully. 6% of all these students miss at least one class a week because they fear that some other day they're going to become the next victim of this specific bully. These are the different types of bullying, which is physical, verbal, cyber, and social. Social is more considered just like verbal bullying. Verbal bullying, we should help these kids stop because it actually makes our children more vulnerable, since this mean words, their comments, their rumors, they just start getting inside this kid's head, and they just keep playing over and over again until the kid decides to believe what the bully is saying and start feeling depressed, start getting like panic attacks, and start suffering from anxiety disorders, which are very difficult to recover from. Physical bullying is a type of bullying that it's more difficult to hide than the other bullying, since physical bullying acquires also bruises and injuries that can take from a little black eye to worse things. This one is where the victims usually end up in alcohol and drug abuse, since they're trying to find a way out and trying to look for some way of stopping such torture. About 282,000 students are physically attacked each month in the United States, and that came from the United States Department of Health and Safety. Also, cyberbullying may seem like it's not really that severe, but it actually causes a lot more harm than the other two. I got a case from a girl called Megan Meyer, who was 13 years old when she died. And basically she hanged herself because of cyberbullying. One neighbor decided to play a prank on this girl and made a hoax account on MySpace. Some guy who was actually trying to get in contact with her and started spreading around rumors and all these kinds of things that just lead her to hang over herself because she couldn't take it anymore. 9% of these students in the United States have ended in some type of attempt to commit suicide, and some of them have actually succeeded with such attempt and ended taking their lives. The statistics, again, as in my previous presentation, it's more common between girls in school and in high school because of the fact that girls are the ones who are spreading rumors about boyfriends and cheating and all that stuff. In physical bullying, I got statistics based on race, and the highest one is Asian Americans. And in cyberbullying, once again, we see that the females are more common than the males in all the categories that you see here in the chart. Now, there is many ways of combating this issue. First of all, there's government support organizations which help with a lot of support groups and just organizations that help you with meetings and advice, and psychologists, psychiatrists that help you with all sorts of situations with the kids who are being bullied and the bullies themselves, and also kids who are being witnesses of such mistreating behavior. These kids, for example, in the state of Florida, the Department of Children and Families has a lot of organizations that help with that give a lot of help to parents who have kids who have been suffering from this behavior and actually don't have any way of expressing their feelings and everything that they have gone through. For example, there is organizations that give schools profits to hire different psychologists to put through evaluations all these kids and make sure that they're not going through this type of behavior so they can stop it. Today we have learned what bullying can cause, the reasons why we should put a stop to this behavior, and how we can stop it. We have found out about organizations and groups that help you achieve a way of stopping it, and also the consequences this behavior might lead to. Now, I hope that this speech has helped you understand the severity of this situation and take this information to start preventing such behavior and start looking for a way and planning something to help these kids in our community to don't suffer from this problem and just say no to bullying and help them recognize the symptoms, recognize when they're suffering from it, and just put a stop to it. So I would just say, let's all get together and say no to bullying. Thank you.